Okay, so when factoring, it's kind of like playing any sport. You have to have some type of strategy. Okay, so these are the strategies for factoring. First of all, yeah. For the first thing you look for, there's an F in the name because it's GCF, GC, first, right? It's the GCF, which stands for greatest common factor. Exactly. Since it's the greatest common factor, it's the factor they have in common. Miss Fleck, why do you keep saying the F word factor? Factor are just the things that you multiply to get to a number. That's it. Okay, so whatever you multiply to get the number, there should be something in common when you see a GCF. It's the first thing you always try. So before you do anything else, always check for the greatest common factor, GCF. All right. P.S. All of your assignments, all your homework will have GCF factored out first, and then any additional factoring coming out. So even if you can factor it without GCF, you want a GCF first. That way your answers look the same. Yay? Okay. All right, so think to yourself, what divides into both 24 and 18? What's the biggest number that divides 24 and 18? It's 6. So part of your GCF is going to have a 6 in it. Yay. Then, what's the greatest number that divides out of a squared and a? Just a 1a. Exactly. The most you can take out evenly is 1a. Right, so a to the first power, and then between b and b squared, you can take out a b. So your GCF is going to be 6ab. All right, so when you pull that out, 6ab, all you do is divide everything by what you took out. So you need to divide 24 by 6 and the 18 by 6, which gives you 4 and 3. I'm going to keep that negative on there. Yeah. Divide the a squared by a, and you get just 1a here, and then that cancels it out, right? And then you divide the b out, which cancels that b, but b squared over b is just b, like so. Do you believe? I don't know. Do you believe? Okay. Here's how you check. If you doubt yourself, check it. Right? We have 6ab times 4a minus 3b. How can we check it? Multiply, FOIL. If you were to distribute, 6 times 4 is 24, a squared b minus 18ab squared. Does that bring you back to the beginning? Heavens, yes. Okay, so that is completely factored. Right? Meh. Meh. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, here we go. Example 2. You ask yourself, what goes this 12 and 16? 4. Yeah. X and x squared. X and y squared. Y. Okay. So you pull out the 4xy. And what are we left with, loves? 3 plus 4xy. Yay? You need me to check this one? Oh, good. You can mental check it. You just mental check it and see if it goes back. Just distribute it in your head. Right? It's so easy, though. It's so easy. Okay. Where are we on? 3? Ah! Okay. So, in number 3, actually, I'll say. Is there a number that goes between, is there a number that factors out of 3, 4, and what's the number here? 1. Well, other than 1, right? Yeah, that's it. We don't need to put 1. I mean, oh, where did you go? Oh, no. What are you doing? Here we go. Yeah. All right. So GCF, the common factor between 3, 4, and 1 is just 1, which you can put or not. It's up to you. X squared, X, and X. Just X. Y squared, Y cubed. That one just has 1. So you want to go for the smallest, yeah. You just want to go for the smallest, so it's just Y, right? Or you can just write XY. Okay? GCF comes out of the distribution, and we're left with 3x plus y plus y squared. Oh, this is so good. Am I bringing you back to some good old algebra 1? Yes. Ah, it's a good time. All right. Am I going too fast? I'll slow down. Here we go. Number 4. GCF, you ask yourself, what goes into 5, 15, and 25? 5 does. And P, PS, P2, and P would just be a P, P3, P2, P4. Oh, S squared. Sorry, S2. There you go. A 5 PS2. Now, PS2 is only worth $5 anymore. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So the 5 PS squared is your GCF. When you take that out, what do you got left over? S. Got 3 here, so I took 2 out, got 1. Yeah? P minus 5S squared. You will, because here's the thing, you cannot fail because all you have to do is check yourself. Spoil it back out. You can't fail, you just have to check yourself. That's it. The only time when you fail is when you quit. There's no failure other than quitting. No, thou shalt not be a weenie. Here we go. All right. Difference of squares, or as Miss Craig likes to call it, dose. Anybody watch A2Trig? Yeah? Mr. Dose! Mr. Dose! Please, you have a 2-year-old brother. You should watch this all the time.
It never comes on.
Oh no, we're like on Netflix. All right. 3 special steps. 3 special steps. All right, 3 things. A square, and a minus sign. All right. 2 squares with a minus in the middle. If it's 2 squares and a minus in the middle, then it has the pattern A plus B, A minus B. Why, Miss Fleck? Excellent question. If you were to FOIL this out, let me show you why this has to be. So we have A plus B, and then A minus B, right? When you FOIL it out, you got A squared minus AB, and then plus AB, hello, and then minus B squared. What happens in the middle? It's gone. So that's why it shows A squared minus B squared. I don't know why I put that there. Yeah, whichever. Okay? So, when you see a difference of squares, dose. 2 squares, difference means minus in the middle. It's like that. It will not work if it's a sum of squares. Notice we're not even talking about it when there's a plus in the middle. There's a plus in the middle, you can't break it up like that because the stuff won't cancel out. The minus is what makes the middle cancel out. Here we go. Here we go. First, though, always check for greatest common factor. Is there one for x squared 49? Heavens no. So take the square roots. The square roots. What's the square root of x squared? X and x. What's the square root of 49? 7 and 7. One's a plus, one's a minus. Done. Done. These are so easy.
Well, how can you say a square?
There are 2 squares. 49 is 7 squared.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Number 6. There's our GCF. Aiden. Here we go. The GCF is 2. Make sure you pull that out. So 2. That leaves you x squared minus 81. 81 is what squared? 9. So it's 2. X plus 9, x minus 9. Woohoo! Factoring is so much fun! Yes! Am I going too fast? You sure? Okay. Okay. There we go. We good? Yes, ma'am. You do not have to do that because it all means multiply anyway because they're all next to each other. Yeah? You can if you want to, but you don't have to. It's extra. All right. Here we go. here's the deal. We know that 16 is 4 squared and 100 is 10 squared. So one way you could do it is 4x10y, 4x10y. One's a plus, one's a minus. Okay? Or, yes, the GCF is 4. So if you take out a 4, then you're going to get 4x squared minus 25y squared. Yeah? Now 4 is what squared? Sorry. 2. So 2x, 2x, and 25 is 5 squared. So 5y, 5y. One's a plus, one's a minus. More likely than not, ooh, minus, sorry. Minus. Boy, that's bad. Here we go. More likely than not, you'll see this answer. If you left it as that, I would take it, right? I would take it. I would. But when you're doing your self-checking exercises, Ms. Craig always pulled out the GCF first. So that's how you know. If you're not seeing your answer, check for GCF first. Yay. 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 All right. Ah! Speaking of checking for GCF, what is that? What's the GCF? 9. Yeah. So the GCF is 9. So 9, x to the 4th minus 1. And? Girl, yes. The square root of x to the 4th is x squared. So it's x squared plus 1 and x squared minus 1, right? So this is a dose. We're not done. There's another dose. The x squared. Oh. If you look at
The x squared minus 1.
the x squared minus 1 is another dose right here. This is another dose. Right there. So we can break that up again. So watch this. Dose is difference of squares. Difference of squares. So you have 9x squared plus 1, which you can't do anything with. But x squared minus 1 is the difference of squares. So you can break that up into... Woo-hoo! Yes, girl! It's too fun! It's too good. It's good.
So,
Yes, love.
if I put the thing before you add all different, would be wrong.
Oh, so you did 3x.
So go to the answer above the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
If I just left it like that, would be wrong.
Because if the directions say completely factor, then yes. If it just says factor, then no. Yeah, didn't specify. But more often than not, the directions will say completely. I know. It's not that hard to look out for Mr. Dose. He comes on your little watch. Yeah.
Why can't you take it off? Like, x plus 1, x minus 1, x plus 1, x minus 1.
Good, because if x plus 1, x minus 1 is this, why would this be the same as this? Why would x squared minus 1 have the same factors as x squared plus 1? Those are two different things, right?
I don't understand why there's something wrong with the x squared plus 1.
Very good. Okay, so the x squared plus 1. Remember, dose stands for difference of squares. What does difference mean? Subtract. So if it's addition, that's not dose. You can't factor it. You don't believe it? Okay, what would you factor out of that? Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, no, what's the factors? What do you think the factor of x squared plus 1 are? Go ahead. You want to do x plus 1, x minus 1 again?
I don't know, I've lost why you have
An
an extra.
extra one. Okay. The only one, right, that is difference of squares is this one because this is the minus. This one's a plus, so you can't factor it.
I don't understand difference of squares.
Difference of squares. 2 squares with a minus in the middle. So x is a square, right? X is a square and 1 is a square because don't you agree, Abby, that 1 is 1 squared? 1 is 1 times 1, true? Yeah, okay, so that's the difference of squares. Again, you can tell because 2 squares with a minus in the middle. This is 2 squares with a plus in the middle. That's not dose. Yay? Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, here we go. Delete, delete. All right, shifting gears. So talks about dose. There's more. There's more. Repeat after me, trinomial.
Trinomial.
Oh! Yeah, you can listen to yourself. All right.
Oh, I'm on
Woo!
YouTube.
Yeah, you are.
Wait, so you can hear
You everything.
I can hear you.
Yes. All right, here we go. A trinomial. Trinomial literally means 3 terms, 3 nomials, 3 terms. So you have ax squared plus bx plus c. That's your standard form. Yeah. There's 3 terms. They're separated by pluses or minuses. All right. And this handy chart tells you how to find all the factors for each thing. I'll give you a second to copy that down. Let's talk about it. I don't actually use this chart, but okay. Did I spell 2 wrong? Oh, no. Yay. Yay. All right, so for the stuff in purple, when it talks about ax squared, that's not the difficult part. It's the second part, right? Notice that they did C first and then figure out B. So basically all this is saying, right, is once you break up x squared, since a is 1, it's just going to be x and x, like normal for these ones, okay? The second thing you do is you break up the C, and then whatever factors of C add up to B is the winning combination. All right, so you have to look for the winning combination. Okay. Kind of, but you have better chances because you're smart. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it's true. Okay. Here we go. First, break up the A. That's easy. A is just 1. So when you put it in parentheses, how do you get x squared? X and x. Okay. Second part, you look at the C. What's the C? 8. All right. So we're going to break up 8. Don't worry about pluses and minuses right now. For 8, that's 1 and 4. Nope, that's 1 and 8. And 2 and 4. All right. Now, I want to find the winning combination. In other words, what adds up to 6? 2 and 4 is like playing crypto, but with only 2 numbers.
I did this lot. I think
Well, I can never.
I can figure out.
Yeah, okay. So, would you agree that positive 2 plus positive 4 is the winning combination to get you the 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why, so the C is 8, and then you break it down and find the B. So, in the parentheses, it's plus 2 and plus 4. Not sure about yourself? Foil it out. Let's do a check on this one. Just to show. Just to show.
Are we supposed to have argued on this? But I think I did all of it.
This is all Algebra 1 review.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Algebra 1 review.
Have we learned anything that how to do?
I don't know. You tell me. Vertex form? Wasn't Algebra 2? Wasn't Algebra 1? Was it?
I don't know. I don't
You don't remember? Okay. So if you distribute, you got x squared plus 4x, and then 2x plus 8. There's my chicken. Yeah. Combine the like terms in the middle. That's x squared plus 6x plus 8. It works. Yay. Yay. Check yourself. Just check yourself. Right? Either mentally or work it out. You do not have to leave a problem when it comes to factoring wondering if you're wrong. But you should know. No. Okay. All right. Here we go. Woo! Okay. 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 Don't worry about the y's. Just worry about that 10. Let's do the first part. Here we go. Factors of x squared are x and x. Okay. Just worry about the 10. The y is going to come later. Here we go. Miss Black, that's a negative 10. It's okay. It'll take care of itself. It'll take care of itself. Just work on 10. 10 is 1 and 2 and 5, and that's it. Winning combination. I want negative 3. Negative 5 and positive 2. Negative 5 and positive 2 will get you negative 3. Sweet. Now, since the last term has to have a y in it, then you just go positive 2y, right? And then negative 5y. But Miss Fleck, how do you get xy in the middle? In the FOIL part, the O and the I, you have negative 5xy plus 2xy, and that's where the xy is. So you don't even have to worry about it. It'll take care of itself. You want to check it?
No.
I want to check it. You don't know what you're doing. Here we go. You can check it, though. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Yeah, questions? We got 2 more. Woo! What? That's a GCF! That's right. Take it out. Take it out. What's the GCF, by the way? 3. Yes. Yes. So we would take out the 3. Okay. Then we're left with x squared y squared plus. But there's no xy for 18. Yay! Okay. So minus 6. Like that? Okay. Here we go. Factor the first term. That's easy. Break up x squared y squared. xy, right? Okay. Break up 6. Now watch out. 6 is one of those ones where if you don't find the winning combination, you could be led astray, right? 6 has 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. My goal is to get up to 1. So the winning combination is negative 2 plus 3 equals 1. Woo-hoo. So negative 2 plus 3. That's wrong. What am I missing? Yes, Rebecca. Yeah. Make sure you carry over the GCF. Just bring it to the front. There you go. That is the final answer. Yay. Miss Fleck, how do we check it? Well, you can distribute the 3 and then FOIL, or you can FOIL and then distribute the 3. It'll work out. Okay? Last one. Yeah? Let's do it. Here we go. Good. Put a star next to this one. Because old Craig loves to put these ones on.
Wait, is it different because it's negative?
There is a negative. So, when there's a negative in the front, your GCF is a negative. All right. So instead of just 4, you have to pull out negative 4. That way the A will be 1 again. Yeah? So, yeah, you want that A to be 1. Okay? So if the GCF is negative, if the front number is negative, most likely the GCF is negative. Okay, so always pull out the negative where you can. However, when you do that, you change all of the signs. You change all the signs. Yeah. So when you pull out negative 4, this now becomes positive x squared minus, not 40. Oh, 11 x minus 42. There it is. It changes the signs. That's it. Okay. Let's bring down that GCF and start our factors with x and x. Sweet. 42. Not even worried about negative. Just 42. 1 and 42. 2 and 21. 3 and 14. 4. 5, 6, and 7. Winning combination. 14 and what is it? Negative 14, positive 3. Right? Positive 3 and negative 14 will get you to negative 11. Yeah? So, positive 3 minus 14, and they all lived happily ever after. The to exit this room, I want you to feel good about this.